Hi there. In this video, I'm going to talk about jQuery show function. The show function is for displaying the matched elements. So basically, if you have a hidden div and you want to dynamically activate it, then you use the show function of jQuery. Let me show it to you that how it is to be done. So if this is an HTML document and I've created a sample HTML document here, and this has two parts, the head and the body inside the HTML tags. So inside body, I will add a div, give it a name or an ID, and I would add some style to this div. By putting the hash this div word and opening and closing a curly brace, I would add the following CSS to it. I would give it a width of 60 px, height of 60 px, and a background color of let's say red. Let us run this file and check out what happens. And we can see a box with 60 pixel and 60 pixel of width and height and a red background color. And the next step is to hide this box. So to hide this box now, all we have to do is to give it a display and make it none. So if you see here in the browser, the box is not visible anymore. If we just check out the source code, we can see the box is here, right here, but the display has been set to none, hence it's not visible. Now our task would be to display it using jQuery. So to do that, I would start with the $sign and the brackets, and then opening code and closing code, and inside I would write the name of the div, which is hash, starting with hash, and then this div, and then I would simply add show. So what happens now is that this div is hidden when this document is loaded because of this CSS, and this display is none. But just as the document is loaded, this again becomes visible because of the show function. So let us check it out whether this happens like that or no. So the document is loaded when I hit the F5 or the refresh, and as you can see, the red box is back in action. So if you just check the source code here, the display is still none, but the document is showing. That means that the value of this CSS for this is block. So it won't appear in the source code, but this CSS has been added in the div itself. And that's how you see the instead of it showing immediately, you want it to show a little slowly. So you can add a parameter here called a slow, and now the div will appear as if it is coming from 0 to the maximum size slowly. Let's check it out how it happens. Can you see that animation? You can change the speed of this by either giving it a value as mentioned in the jQuery site. For example, the default is 400, or you can give a string. You can either give it a slow, medium, or fast. Let's check out with the medium. So it's a little faster than the slow, and the fast would be really fast. Now if you want to do something when this animation has stopped, so make it slow once again, and when the animation stops, run a function. Inside that function, you want to alert a value. For example, I will write here animation stopped. So what is happening is, once you have this div, you're showing it and it's coming up very slowly, and at the end of the animation an alert would be popped up. Let us check out whether this happens. I'll refresh this. Exactly, at the end of the animation stop message has been created. This is very useful when you want to do some other processing related to this, so you can do some other kind of processing when the animation is stopped and you want to show something else, or you want to create some other stuff, then you can do at the end of this function. So the examples that I showed you were of two kinds. First is without any parameter, this one, that will instantly show the div that we had hidden, and another would be a slow showing of the div, and at the completion there would be a function. There is a third kind of a function here which takes an option, and there are plenty of options in here. And as you can see, there's one option which takes in complete. At the complete of the show process, you want to show something, then you can do it, or at the start. So let us just check it out. A few options in here will take start and complete. So how do we pass this parameter is very simple. We just remove this whole thing and we create an object here and type in the first parameter, which is duration, slow, and complete. We call a function. Alert animation complete, and at the start we call another function which will have a body, and the content would be animation started. Let us run this whole thing again, and at the start we should see the animation started message, and when the function is complete we should see the animation complete message, and the duration should be slow. So as you can see, the animation has been started, and now the animation will happen. Animation has been completed. It happens quite fast because by the time we hit the enter on it, the animation is already completed. But anyway, the point is clear. If you want to do some processing before the start of the animation, you can write in this function, and if you want to do a processing after the animation is completed, you can write in this function. There are plenty of other parameters to explore here, and I guess I will take you through them in some other video. I hope you liked this. Please subscribe to my video channel. Thanks for watching.